Good morning. Alright, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash.
And the balance of the apostles and elders are privileged to not show you well. We are taught the truth. The peace and blessings of the act and all the foreground of those that push this way day and day out. We're just going to do our video with no touching on the judgment of the Lord. As the scriptures say, if you sow to the flesh, you reap of the flesh corrupt.
The book of Galatians chapter 6 and 8 from 7. Galatians 6 and 7 it says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of his flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life eternal.
Exactly, and it are these celebrities that that Israelites look up to. That they call the idols, or they call the central figures who don't want to be like, or who don't want to imitate on a daily basis. And these guys, reaping, say like they're sowing to the flesh. So when they get judgment, you're not supposed to be surprised. You're not supposed to act surprised. If men singing about shooting and killing and whoring and committing adultery, sleeping with somebody's wife, bragging about it, when they get a judgment from the Most High, it's not supposed to be alarming. And that is what happening these days. These niggas on the mountain that singing the bullshit and influencing Jake to do bullshit also, they get the judgment swiftly. You understand? And now it happening at a intermittent rate, but soon it will be happening regularly. These artists and these celebrities and all these people that Jake look up to, the Lord gonna start to punish them regularly on a daily basis, and they wanna know what the fuck going on. You understand?
Hey, so like the scripture say in the book of Ecclesiastes, I think you say you bring the daughters of
music law?
Can.
Ecclesiastes 12.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 4 it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the song of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
All the daughters of music shall be brought low. That's why the music that they hear now, you when listen to it, it's not a good music. It's just music it's just music on that demonic vibration. Always to influence, do something wicked. Even R&B, as cool and gentle as it might sound, it always talking about going with our next man woman. Always talking about sneaking around and I could treat this woman better than the next man. You understand? And he do you wrong and I wouldn't do you wrong and this kind of thing. Understand? So,
No, it's like Joe.
yeah, exactly.
You know Joe?
Yeah, I know
That ballhead, Jake. You always go treat that one wife better than you want.
Yeah, so the judgment that you Lord pouring upon these men. So you shouldn't be surprised. You understand? Scripture says for the state the wages of sin is death.
Exactly.
So if you sin, when you're sinning and you're not repenting or seeking the Lord mercy, guess what? You're gonna eventually die. And yesterday I was shouting in and I say, but we had to be special because we receive a hack. And the hack we receive is how to escape judgment from the Lord. Like when it's good up all now you know how to escape judgment from the Lord, but how to live a righteous life, or how to rehearse righteousness. What is righteousness on you? Because people today do not know what is righteousness. Just give us Isaiah 5:20. When people don't know what is righteousness today. You understand? Real quick.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe to them that call evil good.
That call evil good. These men, they're calling it good. The wickedness that they're doing, they're calling it good. And what it's doing?
And good evil.
And good evil. So what we're doing, when we come out and prophesy against this kingdom, they say we evil, but actually what we're doing is good. Because the scriptures say the prophets that have been before me and before they of old had prophesied both against many kingdoms, countries and places of war, of pestilence, of evil. So what we're doing is something good in the eyes of the Most High, but to them it will be evil because they love with this world.
Come.
Scripture also say, he that loveth this soul is at enmity with the Most High.
Sure.
So if you love the things of this world, guess what? You have war with the Most High. It's showing the Most High, I don't care about you because the Most High will destroy this place.
Yeah, what we said before. Look at Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh, that cry, all abominations are done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
So when the Lord, here we say begin at my sanctuary, which is Israel. So when the Lord sent out that order to smite, who do I have this mark, which is the wisdom, the understand the scriptures, the knowledge that the Lord gave us, who do I have this mark?
So,
you understand? The Lord going to command those angels to destroy. Whether it be a 2-year-old, a 70-year-old old man, a woman, a young man, the Lord really don't care about who he is. Understand? The scripture says and there's no respect that person with the Lord. So you can have money, you can be poor, you can have whatever lifestyle. The Lord wouldn't care about what you have, and you can't buy salvation. Understand? Right? The scripture says neither thy silver nor thy gold shall you live, and the day of thy day of wrath.
if I could just say too, because let us go on with them, sin is not an ugly thing. Sin is something that will entice you. So many of them will basically get, how to say it, seduced into that sinful act.
They're not even getting seduced because the scripture says a man is tempted when he's drawn away from the lust of the flesh.
Come.
So if we drawn away from the lust of the flesh because we live in a different lifestyle, what I'm getting is something normal to them. They're not being tempted in their life that they're already in. When we live of the flesh and we see things of the flesh that might draw us, that when they actually being tempted. But they already live in a holy lifestyle. So that's how it's so normal to them to do wickedness.
God. Because scripture says when a man leave from wickedness and thing, actually becomes a prey. When they leave out from you know that scripture?
And he that departed
From iniquity.
free.
Come, yeah.
I'll find it first. Nah, I have no phone. That's one. I think I is 9 and 16, check out. They true feel it and he that departed from iniquity himself free.
Is it?
No, go ahead.
Now, verse 16 says, for the leaders of my people cause them to err. And
59 and 50.
59 and 15.
Yeah. So, I just know it, I know what it says. Yeah, I know that to be a true faith and not depart from it.
Yeah, Isaiah 59 and 15 says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil marketh himself, maketh himself a prey, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai saw it, and displeased him that there was no judgment.
There are no judgment. So when you depart from wicked, when you depart from wickedness, everybody does it. What the Lord said, blessed are you when men shall separate you from the company from my name's sake.
Come.
Understand? 4 and 4. understand? So when you depart from wickedness, it's like, you know, you are a abnormal human being. Then that very scripture already say you're holy because you're separated from them and you're not together with them. And as you don't see the world love its own. So if it hate you, guess what? You know that hey, you're doing something, you're doing something right. You know, when you check it out, in your family you can have a Muslim, a Baptist, fucking Hindu, a Christian, a New Israelite, and they wouldn't make no kind of scene with them or something. Whether they walk in OBI, see you, they just always target you.
Yeah, because you do the correct thing.
You come and pray.
Yeah.
Exactly. Understand?
You literally depart from iniquity unlike them. See them depart from whatever them thought was wrong. See them had their own perception in their head. What them thought was wrong, so they find Muslim and they say, well, right, before in righteousness, but you literally depart from iniquity and you fall in the heavenly fire described as being wrong. And see that you think they don't love the heavenly fire, that's why they will hate you. They hate God. Them people out there really hate the Most High, them hate God. They actually hate God, them hate the Most High. Like the demons out here.
Yeah, because the Most High basically telling them what is wrong and what is right.
Yeah, boy.
And them don't want to hear them words.
They hate the Most High, boy.
They want to continue in what them seen as right and what them seen as wrong.
But let's bring this real quick up.
Well,
This is John chapter 3 verse 19. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light is coming to the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hated the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. So they hate the light and they wouldn't come to the light because they're so into their wickedness. They don't want to depart from the wickedness. So if they know, boy, as soon as I go wrong here, I can't talk about fucking a man wife, they come around to us. They don't want to lie with you. They want to lie with somebody who say, yeah, man. Show them what the plan to do it. You understand? They don't want to hear wise counsel. They don't want to hear wisdom. They just want to hear, hey, sin, how to do wickedness, how to thief, how to rob, how to do all kind of madness, how to con a man. You understand? But I want to put that.
Yeah. First Peter 4 and verse 4. When they think it is strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Yes, so they think it's strange. Why you do this with me, right? Like they catching you going on work and cooking it and everybody eating going on. Everybody eating duck and they find it strange that you don't want to eat duck with them. So God made this for so what he made this for you to eat? No. Everything has a purpose. Just like our shoes, you wouldn't eat our shoes, or you wouldn't buy fucking shoes on your hand because our shoes is for your foot. You wouldn't buy gloves on your foot because our gloves is for your hand. Everything has its purpose. You understand? Clothes is not to eat, clothes is to wear and not to cover your skin. The Lord created things to eat and things to clean the land. He didn't create everything to eat. Except, I'm saying, if I'm having a rat free to eat, you would not eat, except those Moabites. Those Moabites eat everything. But what I'm saying is, they're separating the sheep from the goat only when it suits you. Only when it's convenient to you to say, nah, that's thing. All these different unclean animals very stink. When you check it out, they have to clean you, they have to clean it.
the scripture say, who can make crooked what the Most High made? Who can make straight what the Most High made crooked?
Yeah, a lot more. And you Trinidadians going and perish. They're going and perish. They're going to follow judgment from more away. You understand? Because everybody who died on the face of the earth is judgment from the Heavenly Father. but more so to the men who promoted wickedness on the face of the earth. And you have been fire taken out. Right now, we've been saying it for years and years and years and years and years. The Lord not playing right now, right? The Lord serious and real right now.
Done. Especially hearts of mankind wickedness will increase.
Exactly.
Yeah, Psalms 91 verse 8. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
That you could apply that for now. That is in the chariot ultimately, looking down on the earth. We let get delivered. But we could apply it for now because right now we see the wicked getting the reward. And the wickedness. The amount of wicked things that do is the most High judging people right now. It's time for judgment.
Come.
Most High said a judge again. He put on his gavel for a while, but he shall wake back up and crying out for judgment. So judgment started happening. He gavel knocking on the whenever he does knock on, and you know when them judge on the podium and they knock the gavel on the thing.
Yeah.
Judgment pronounced. And once them do that there, so that judgment final, it's not no coming to the judge and asking the judge again. But reverse no that judgment final. Yeah. Because when you find out enough gavel on me and head no. The final, the judgment final, is it fair? One had dead bodies in the streets by millions all over the world. Like millions dead bodies.
So like what we just said, as the brother Maki said earlier, you know, we learn the hack, how to exempt yourself from this judgment that is to come. You understand? You have to understand what is the basically what is good and what is evil. You understand? And denounce yourself from the evil and choose. Basically, I choose life. Because I say, hey, the most I get to choose. Either you choose life or you choose death. And by choosing this is life you're choosing. You know?
So God said out of that's when Amos 5 is 14, it says, seek good and not evil that ye may live. And so Yahweh, the God of hosts, the power of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. It says, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. You understand? The Lord says, seek good and not the evil that ye may live. So that will be seeking the good. We seeking to bring back the ways that used to when we used to make the most happy and pleased with us, to bless us. But the ways that people falling now are things that make us end up in this same situation that we're crying out for. Slavery. You understand? Going against the most high, and worshiping idols and these kind of things. We just end up in this situation we are now. But at one point we were at the top of the food chain. Now we had the bottom of the food chain. We are the consumers, and we are basically this command.
Yeah.
You understand? So the Lord says, seek the good that you may live. But niggas out there seeking it, niggas out there thinking they are rank, to be a bad boy, or to be evil, or to say, to carry on with real demon thing.
It's more pleasing to them to do iniquity. Our precept is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. It says, thus says Yahweh power, stand ye in the ways and see and ask of the old paths, where is the good way?
Acts of the old paths. I will going back to breaking down what this Bible speak about, what this Bible really mean. And this was the way they used to follow back then. So we breaking down the old path, we seeking the old way, where is the good way. Because when we used to follow this, we was in good standing with the Most High. We used to live, we used to rule over peoples, we used to rule over nations. We used to have tributary, we used to have people bringing tribute to us. It's that gold, silver, oil, everything that we wanted, everything that we could have desired, we used to get. But that is a good way. But this way that the bring now is not a good way. This way leading on to death. And they think it's the right way. It's leading on to death.
And Christians have a song that saying, give me that old time religion. We know to say, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
And you shall find rest for your souls.
What?
But they said, we will not walk therein.
They may want to be fully wise, they want to be fully done.
Exactly.
No,
They want to be fully evil.
they say play it out now, we ain't walking there. We're not going on that road, right?
They want the good part.
They're going a good part. They don't want it. They want it in niggas, right? I tell you, man, I'm millions out there. Millions. Millions of Israelites out there. I just hope you have mercy on us here. Right? You could see it, you could literally see it. Going on happening. Millions of them. Millions all your morning right now. The loss of our local dancehall artists, or two, within the space of a month, you know. But there are millions after dead, right? Father pronounced that, right? Judgment, right?
Yeah, judgment must go forth.
Judgment must go forth. The children, wives, husbands, all of these people are going and get it. They're going and get it because they're not pleasing to the Lord, or they're not pleasing, they're not making the Heavenly Father smile on the children. Lord, I like to smile on my child. I have a child, I like to see when you do good things and they are smiling. The Heavenly Father wants to smile on the children the same way, but you're displeasing them by.
One thing to forget too is that they make an oath with the Most High. You understand? Them forgetting the oath, the Most High forgetting it. You understand? That Moses sprinkled that blood on all there. And all they say in the book is that Numbers 24 and 7 going down. All they say, all that the Most High do, we say we will do. Even when the Yahushua was crucified, all they turn and say, let the blood fall on us and upon all our children.
Hey, you don't know what I'm saying now.
Yahushua say, forgive them for they know not what they done. Because in that contract, even if all they can't read and write, or they print on the thing on it, or they in it, or they will be judged by it.
This is Amos 3 verse 2. It says, verse 1, it says, hear this word that Yahweh had spoken against you with children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. God pronounced that against all the Israelites. Once you have a seed of Israel, that curse will stick on to you. It might, in one way, it might be, you might be financially off, which is the way they think. Once they're financially well off, they think they made it. Guess what? You got to plague you with sicknesses. Although you had money, you could be sick. Your wife could be, fucking other men, and they're taking it on and they're stressed out. And what that money does do, that money don't relieve that stress. That money don't make you feel good. And then they tell you ones that, they might have it, they might have wouldn't want, but then the Lord cursed them when it comes to, poverty. How the ones that the Lord send mad. You understand? The ones that getting gunned down in the streets. All the curses will fit on Jake's one way or the other. One way or the other. No one, it might not one man that get all the curses in one time, but all the curses fit on Jake's one way or the other. And Lord said, only because only you have I known. Lord make a covenant, make a oath, make a pledge to us, marry us. In other words, according to the scriptures, we are married to Israel. And when they make a marriage with those leaders, make a oath. Understand? That what the Lord did with Israel. So we expect when they do evil, they're gonna receive evil from the Most High. And they're promoting violence, as the scripture says, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. So you're promoting gun music, you're promoting violence. Guess what? It's not supposed to be alarming if you get gunned down. People should say, well, I expected that. Like me, I expected that.
I expected it, yeah.
You understand?
I really like that. There are old proverb, I think it's a small stick that can sit on the side of our house when I was small. You win or lose by the way you choose. Therefore, I hear that proverb. You win or lose by the way you choose. See? And we choose the winning side. I really work hard on the winning side.
Come.
You understand? Yeah, ultimately, yeah, when you thought about, hey, if it was down to choice, you had a choice, but if it was down to we chose, we on the side when we winning. Right? We winning. That's why we might look like madmen and this and that, but we winning. We beating up them demons and them. We standing up with your house shell, but we is dying. They're losing, like, they were always lost once they would Satan. But then decide what they choose.
Because Esau giving them, in other words, a better way, or they say this system, a way of life,
I live in or somewhere, I think so. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with this speaker of it. Where Esau does give them a way out of poverty, so-called way out of poverty. And he just had to do that, as the scripture says, make a covenant with death and with hell. Making an agreement with Satan. And what you people don't know is that Satan controlled by the Most High. So when the Most High tell he died, it's time for you to take with that power from him, guess what? He could do nothing but listen.
He could do nothing but listen. That's what going on right now. Most High say, your power about me take away now, all that time. Yeah, they listen, right? That's okay though. Pardon, man. That's what going on right now.
Happy Sabbath. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See, now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
I said?
Yeah.
I want here too. James chapter
Most I kill.
Chapter 2 and
Well,
verse
I'm going to take that for
19.
the Lord. I'm going to drop. We're going to take up the Lord. What I was saying?
This way, reap this way, is sow. And you stop that say sow is way that's reap. I guess so she not applying that to she won't sell. That we just call it the fucking, they are hypocrites.
Can.
You're not applying that to your own son, but you apply that to other people. And guess what? The ones that murdered him, guess what? They have the judgment to receive. But he had a judgment to receive.
That was his
At the
judgment.
same time. You understand? What you sow is made us reap. The son singing demonic music. He drop this new rhythm called the Eye of Horus. Who Horus is? Egyptian god. Egyptian idol, I should say.
That's on the iron horses and the American dollar.
You understand?
But they're running down.
So what they're promoting? They're promoting evil, demonic things. What you sow is where there's root. They're promoting evil. The Lord will send out that scripture and say an evil messenger to you.
Them just go on. Man,
On the both side.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Man,
Them no feel it, them no practice for them.
no listen. When them come to do a thing, them doing a thing.
And
Yeah,
you can't see them. You can't see them. You dodge and you have security guard and them kind of thing. No, the Lord angels. But the Lord angels on the both sides come take this or take somebody, you know, and manipulate them to come and do what I have to do. And they don't know that it's moving robotic as the scripture says in Job. He put it in the Job 33.
And 15.
Yeah. So that person that morning didn't know there was, probably they didn't know. Or probably didn't know that they was going to kill that man. But the Lord put it in them already to make up them. Even if those things considering what or not to do it, the Lord has set it in them to do it. He don't program it, so that means they can't change their mind. Understand?
That's something. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of Yahweh, as the river of water. He turneth it wheresoever he will.
So that is why sometimes you might think, alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, I'm going to be this. And then you realize you end up sometimes a period of time after you realize you ain't no way you want it to be. I guess so who did that? The Most High did that because you're not in charge of your destiny. The Most High in charge of your destiny. The Most High in charge of your faith. You understand? Like we at one point in time I never see myself picking up a Bible and I'm preaching. But guess what? That is the day is rise now.
Can.
It all boils down to the Lord want for you. Now you want for yourself.
I'm on it fair. It says, every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh pondereth the heart.
Job 33 and 14 says, yea, for the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, when slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Yeah. So them kind of thing there, you see what? You see what he say? That you will withdraw from your purpose and hide pride from him, because when you understand that, you will know you're not in control of your own self, so that will make you humble. They go humble you. Because you realize you know what, Father could put me in any situation at any time. But that's what Job saying there, Father, just put everything in your head, you put you to sleep, you program you in the night, you get up in the morning. So when you sit down and you consider that, you're not supposed to be proud of nothing. Pride